Welcome to episode 2 of the Web Content Assessment and Optimization series. Before we get started on today's website assessment, I want to be clear about the point of having an assessment and the suggestions that I make. Of course, all things are open to interpretation, and there are lots of ways to skin a cat, although I'd prefer we don't skin any cats. One thing to remember is that everything is a suggestion because all businesses are in constant flux. Our website is just like our business card. It's a good idea to change it from time to time to best reflect our current status, what we're currently doing. Having said that, it's smart to review your website and your business from a marketing standpoint often. Your customers change and so do their needs. Your services change and the outside world changes, and we need to go with the flow and not allow ourselves or our businesses to be trapped in stagnation. I'm constantly looking for better ways to communicate what I do and how I do it, and I don't believe that there's any one best way to do anything. Sometimes the least important item to us becomes the most important item to our customers. So don't be afraid to make small changes or tweaks. Track the changes that you make and look at what works and what doesn't. That's the practice of a healthy business. So let's get started. Today we're going to look at Jim Berson's coaching site. It's called Solution Based Basketball. Now, Jim helps basketball coaches get better results for themselves and their teams. So let's first dig into what's working. So the first thing I noticed is that the site looks good, that it looks professional. I like when a site, you come to a site and it's clear and it's clean, and this, has a lot of white space. It's not overly cluttered, so that's good. The navigation is clear. You can clearly see right here where things are, where you can go, and what to do. The next thing I mentioned, because I've mentioned it in the past, having a picture on the site builds credibility, and there's a really nice picture right in the header. So we can see it on every single page here. There's a picture of Jim right in the upper left-hand corner. Another plus is a sign-up box, which they have placed in the upper right-hand corner of the sidebar. It stands out really nicely. It's really obvious. When you come to the page, you can see it, and it's going to be right there on every page. So I like that. I like that they've also included a little graphic of the ebook and of a little audio CD. Research has indicated that showing a picture of a physical product actually generates more signups and more purchases than those that don't include the graphics. So this is really a good tactic to use if you can find someone to do this for you, or you can do it yourself using Photoshop. Now let's go back up to the top and dig into the first of the 3 things that we're going to talk about that we can do to improve the site. So the first thing is, from a design standpoint, I like the header, but I think that the content could be improved to enhance clarity. So solution-based basketball tells us that the site is about basketball. Is it clear exactly what solution-based means? So now if we add in the tagline, do we get any more clarity? The heart of coaching basketball. So yes, we do get some more clarity. Specifically, it says coaching, but the entire tagline, the heart of coaching basketball, still isn't really super clear. What does it mean? What does the heart of coaching basketball mean? So I'd like to see something that speaks directly to basketball coaches. We could do something as minor as reworking the tagline to say, putting the heart in coaching basketball for coaches. Now that's not perfect, but it's a little bit closer to saying who Jim helps, which is basketball coaches. And that's not obvious when you first look at the header graphic. We don't want visitors to confuse basketball coaching as coaching for teams. We want to make sure it's clear to them that when we talk about coaching basketball, we're talking about coaching basketball coaches and not coaching basketball players. So, and I already know this business. I know what they do, and still from that from a point of view of knowing exactly who Jim is and what he does, I'm still looking at this and trying to be as objective as possible. And I'm wondering, when I come here, if I'm a basketball coach, will I know that this is specifically directed at me? So that's the first area that I think a little bit of content change could help. Let's go to the sign up box next over here on the right hand side. I like the sign up box because I think it's obvious and it's right up front, and I like the graphic, as I've said before. But let's take a look at the content itself inside the sign up box. So now the purpose of the sign up box is to get folks to hand over their email address in exchange for something of perceived value to the prospect or to the visitor. So let's read the headline here: Become a better coach, win more games. And I think that's good. But I think we can do a bit more here by attaching the headline, this Become a Better Coach, Win More Games. That's the headline. I'd like to see that attached to the free book and audio. So that becomes the promise and the solution for the visitor. So win more games is the promise, and the solution is getting the ebook and audio, and you're going to be a better coach and you're going to win more games. So that's what we're really trying to do here in the sign up box. So we want the ebook and the audio to be the solution that the visitor needs to be a better coach and win more games. So something like, want to win more games and be a better coach. So now it's a question, right? And the question raises a need to answer for the visitor. And for the most part, brain research shows that when we read a question, we feel our brain starts to answer without us. And you were probably, answering a yes or no. And we're hoping that the person that comes to the website is going to answer yes to that question. So if they answer yes, it will drive them to keep reading. They keep reading, and then they get to the content box, and when they get to the rest of the content in that box, it needs to answer the question that they're answering yes to. So it could read something like, now what I'm talking about here, I'm going to move my mouse over here, is where it says get free updates plus ebook and audio. Okay, and then it shows the ebook and the audio. So I would propose that this content and text and copy here change a little bit so that it could say something like, grab a free copy of Top Truths About Turnovers and Start Winning More Games. So if we read this in its entirety and we say, want to win more games and be a better coach, then grab a free copy of Top Truths About Turnovers and Start Winning More Games. Problem, solution. With the graphic, then I would say, just as a design, from a design standpoint, I would put the copy text where we're going to say grab a free copy of Top Truths About Turnovers, etc., etc. I would put that in under the headline. Then I would put the graphic with the book and the CD. So tell them what they're going to get, show them what they're going to get, and then underneath that box, I would put a little bit more copy that says grab or get your free ebook and audio now. Then I would put name, email for sign up, and then move to the button, and the button should say, yes, I want the free ebook, not yes, I want the free updates. The updates, yes, it's important. Yeah, they're going to get stuff every week, and that's important because you're going to be staying in contact with them. But what's really important here, the purpose of the box, is for them to win more games and to get them to get that ebook. That's the desire laden item. That's the thing that they're going to have desire to get, and that's why they're going to give you the email address. And so that's how I would like to see that set up. And then there's some copy underneath the button, and all of the rest of that is fine. That way they know that they're going to be getting more stuff. But the main thing is we want to show them and we want to drive them to give us an email address by telling them that they can win more games if they get the ebook. So that is how I would handle this area here, the sign up box. Okay, now the last item that I want to talk about is something that is perhaps a little bit subjective, but I'm going to give it anyway, and then I'm going to tell you why, because I think it's critically important to understand why we're going to suggest changes and why they're important. And so here it is. I think that the home page would be a better sales tool if it were a static page with copy and not just a list of blog posts. And here's why. Previous to doing the review, I send some questions off just a couple of questions just to give me some insight about the owner of the website, what they're thinking about the website. And I ask only just 4 questions, really, just to get me started on the path of looking at this. And I don't want to ask too many questions because I want to be as objective as possible when I come to the site. But the questions I ask, one of them is, what is the purpose of the homepage? And then the second question I ask is, what is the primary benefit? And that means, what is the benefit to the person coming to the page or to the website in general? And each page should have a purpose. Each page should have a benefit. There should be a reason, something that you want them to do, a reason for them being there, and you want to have some benefits for them because benefits create desire. So the answers I received for this particular website were that the purpose was to build a platform. And that is, that's basically a generic answer. We want to build a platform. We want to get more people here. We want to get more customers, more signups. It's very general. So it's not a specific purpose, but it is a good purpose. Obviously, we want to have something that we can hang our hat on. So that is a good answer. And then the second answer to the question of the benefit, the answer related back to being a better coach and winning more games. So that's the benefit. Here's the thing. Content, like blog posts and articles, are a great way to build credibility and to showcase knowledge. But blog posts don't necessarily translate to a benefit in a general sense. So to support being a better coach and winning more games, a static homepage with strong content supporting what Jim does, why he does it, what others have to say about his work, and even how he does it would be a much better tactic to support why you would want to work with Jim. So I'd like to have a learn more link at the bottom of the page after some copy talking about Jim, what he does, how he does it, and then that particular button or link to learn more would lead to a services page. So this is where we are directing the reader to what we think he needs to know and to what we really want him to do, which ultimately is to become a client. So readers can find the blog in the menu. They can learn all other kinds of things in the menu links. It's very clear what they can get. They get free updates. They can learn about the consulting and the products and the book. And there should be a place there for the blog. But the problem with the page is that we don't currently have a strong call to action. So by giving them copy that sells them on the idea of learning more about what Jim does, and then adding a link to a services page, our call to action becomes learning more about working with Jim and winning more games. So the call to action is learn more about Jim. What we want them to do is we want them to read the copy that's on the page, and we want them to push the learn more about Jim button and move on to the services page. Now, once they get to the services page, they can decide whether or not they want services now, or whether or not they want to learn a little bit more about Jim, at which point there are other places for them to go, like the blog. They could read some posts. They could learn about Jim through those blog posts and gain trust and credibility that he's the guy for them. Then, hopefully, in each of the blog posts, it's going to lead them back to either products or services pages. We always want them to have something to do when they come to the page. And on this page, they have 2 things. Obviously, they can sign up to get the free ebook, or I would prefer them have another place to go, which is to learn more about the coaching and consulting services instead of just content. So there you have it. I want to thank Jim and Jennifer Burson for allowing me to review their site for you. It's a great site, and with some minor content changes, I think it can be even better. Jim is great. He's knowledgeable and he gets results, and what we really want is we want more people to know about that. So I'm saying a little more content, a little bit more about let's sell Jim, because Jim is the solution. So we'll see you next time for episode 3. Thanks for watching, and be sure to leave your questions in the comments area below. Thank you so much.